Hi Martin, I wanted to record the history of the paper that I've written for you. Um, I have to say you were one of the first memorable names in my computer science career, and it was a great joy to meet you again in model-driven engineering and to get to know your really painstaking work in validation and testing and uncertainty and so many other aspects of model-driven engineering. But this paper comes from a different angle and arrives at model-driven engineering. So for about 20 years, a group of us have been looking at complex systems and how we can use complex systems models to explore complexity. We've done a lot of work with immune biologists, immune biomedics, in creating simulations that can be used in laboratories to do real experiments. And out of that came the Cosmos project, which is referenced on the background slide. The Cosmos project devised a process, a framework if you like, for developing fit-for-purpose, demonstrably fit-for-purpose simulations. However, we never backed up what we were doing with ways to achieve the traceability that was needed to show that a simulation was properly derived from deeply studied and well argued models. And actually, because of the difficulty of actually capturing the aspects of complexity and creating the agent simulation, most of our existing examples of the use of Cosmos do manual code derivation. So about 5 years ago, I thought, well, put your money where your mouth is. I'd better explore whether it is possible to go from the models that people use to design our simulations to the sort of code, or even the outline of the code, that was used in implementation. And being a glutton for punishment, I started from existing state diagrams, not things that have been carefully crafted to make sure that you could apply a transformation to them, and a very, very long and detailed text backing up the design of one of our simulators, Kieran Alden's PhD thesis, and worked on a manual derivation of the class diagram because all the implementations we'd looked at were to more or lesser extent object-oriented. And the paper that I'm presenting to you records my failure, which actually taught me a great many lessons about what we'd actually been doing when we were manually crafting our simulators and how far we were from actually doing a model-driven engineering activity. So hopefully this is a paper that will chime with the sort of eccentric interest in model-driven engineering that I think we share. I hope we share. It is leading on to other things. So Stefan Shaler and I are now trying to create projects to build families of languages to support model-driven engineering in agent simulation. But just as a round off, the reason that this is important is we need to be able to create these simulators reliably. We also need to be able to reuse, update and modify them in arenas where the diagrams are useful, but the code can be extremely dense. And we need to do this in a way that people from other domains, notably immunology, can actually understand. So we absolutely need to work from diagrams and be able to update, change diagrams and reflect that in code. So that's the paper. I hope the immunology is not too off-putting. It's very amateur immunology because I have no background in that area. But I hope also that it's an interesting journey in model-driven engineering. It's certainly very revealing for us, and I greatly enjoyed writing the paper. So congratulations on your retirement, and I look forward to working with you in the future.